Hey review family, keep it tight. My name is Jay Morse, the review guy, reviewing music for the love of music, and I'm back again to bring you another video. And in this one, I'm going to be covering the new Throane EP entitled A Bullet in the Foot. I'm avoiding pronouncing the initial name of this record considering it's in French, and I probably already butchered the name of the artist themselves. This is one of those releases that come about every few months that I don't hear being talked about that much, but that I really connect with on a deep level and feel like I should share it with you guys, and I definitely will say right off the bat I do suggest this EP. So I'd been aware of this sort of surrealist one-man black metal project since their debut back in 2016. The captivating artwork, the deep topic matters, the way that they had a slight deviation from the conventional norms that are found in specifically the post-black metal subgenre, and it sort of took me aback in how you can develop a sound that is so close to the initial formula but different enough to feel like a different formula in and of itself, setting itself apart enough to feel like it's rooted in something else entirely without being so jarring that you can't enjoy it if you just really are a purist where a certain genre comes into play. Pessimism and nihilism have pretty much exclusively been very firmly situated at the helm of black metal and its many different subgenres and different shades of musical ideologies since its inception, but there is a certain way that this project is so captivated and just feels so at home with those themes. The depressing nature of just how opaquely written these tracks are, how in your face they feel, and just how depressive their tones are. And this brand new EP follows in that nature, bringing forth a serving of 13 straight minutes of just expansive horror, and it is all contained within just one track. The runtime is all confined into one track, and anyone that is familiar with some of the more popular underground metal releases that boosted up into popularity by virtue of just fantastic songwriting, metalheads are not unfamiliar with very long-winded or just one-track records that are just one long composition. Look at Bell Witch's record Mirror Reaper or Gorguts, and even outside of metal it's not uncommon for a record or an EP specifically to just be one track. At face value, this project, more so than their two full lengths, feel like more cohesive in the sense of, for it being one long motion, this track is so well fleshed out and well defined, and it gave them a chance to settle down cohesively with a track that is so multifaceted and multi-phased in the way that it moves forward. Now, when Sora does settle in to a riff that is much more at home with sort of the Blackgaze movement and the post-black metal movement that has very atmospheric, larger-than-life riffs playing that can feel a little bit too over the top and a little bit too saccharine and just cheesy, corny, campy, whatever word you would like to use to describe that sound that is attributed to detractors of bands such as Alcest and Deafheaven. The star of the show has to be the way that silence, specifically pauses, are interlaced throughout this whole record just for brief moments, brief little blips where something will just deadlock and just stop just for a second before it bursts back into something. And this is an editing technique and a mixing technique that I have always enjoyed in all types of music, and when I do music I try to incorporate it as well. It just really works here. And I want to use a specific timestamp for an example of this, which would be the 6-minute and 11-second mark, where there's just this atmospheric break in the instrumental before it comes back with this crusted, crushed up riff that just bursts back into this really just all-encompassing, weighing down sound. And yes, this record in that sense has that sensation of being locked down, something pressing down on your chest, shackles on your ankles, shackles on your wrists, something restraining you from feeling anything, that emptiness, that void, that abyss. The way that this project is able over the course of 13 minutes to convey that message, even if a word was not said at all and this was entirely an instrumental EP, I think it would have had the same poignancy and the same resonance as if it would have vocals. which I think is a key component in understanding where this EP succeeds, sometimes in comparison to their other records. While the surreal, nihilistic, depressive, moody, and angsty sounds of their prior full lengths were very fleshed out in their own right, Sora having the chance to just really settle down on a track and put a lot into it. When you look at the artwork, when you look at the name, when you look at just everything that went into this record, it has the same amount put into it as their full lengths, just a lot more digestible with how short it is, and I think that works in its favor incredibly well. So for anyone that wants just a multi-phase post-black metal record that lies more on the side of really being able to break things up in a logical way without sounding too over the top or sounding just medieval in the way they come across, this record also isn't super lo-fi, so that could be a good or bad thing depending on how you like your production, but I don't think it becomes too clean to become too cheesy, and I don't think it becomes too lo-fi so it's just inaudible. Situated firmly between, say, a Deafheaven and a early day Dark Throane. Personally, for this EP, I'm going to be giving it an 8.5 out of 10. And that is a wrap. Have you heard this new Throane record, A Bullet in the Foot? If you have, let me know in the comment section below what you thought about it. I would love to discuss it with you. Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to join the review family today, and smash that notification bell to be notified of my future uploads. You know who it is, my name is Morse, the Review Guy, and I'm signing off saying farewell.